Did you know the wrong hairstyle can secretly add 10 years to your face, while the right one can take them off instantly? Most women over 50 don't realize that their haircut is aging them more than wrinkles or gray hair ever could. But today, I'm going to reveal 5 powerful hairstyles that will transform not just how you look, but how you feel the very moment you see yourself in the mirror. And trust me, once you see the difference, you'll never go back. When we talk about aging gracefully, most people instantly think of skincare products, anti-wrinkle serums, or even expensive cosmetic treatments. But here's a truth that many overlook. Your hairstyle alone can instantly make you look either 10 years older or 10 years younger. That's right. Before you even apply a drop of cream or invest in a miracle supplement, the way you wear your hair is silently telling the world your age. The hair that frames your face has the power to lift, soften, and rejuvenate your features, or on the other hand, drag them down and exaggerate every little line and shadow. And the best part? Unlike the long process of skincare or lifestyle changes, a hairstyle can transform your appearance overnight. Now, let's be clear. Aging is not something to be ashamed of. Every line, every strand of silver is a story of resilience and wisdom. But most women over 50 know the feeling of looking in the mirror and seeing someone who feels older than the spirit inside. That's where the right hairstyle becomes such a powerful tool. Not to erase years of living, but to harmonize how you look on the outside with the energy and vitality you still feel within. And this is where the secrets begin. Today, we are going to uncover 5 hairstyles that are not just fashionable trends, but timeless choices that instantly take years off your face. But before we even step into the first style, it's important to understand why hair has such an impact in the first place. As we age, 2 main things happen with our hair. First, the texture changes. Hair often becomes thinner, drier, and sometimes loses its natural volume. Second, our facial structure changes. The plumpness we once had around our cheeks diminishes, jawlines soften, and fine lines settle in around the eyes and mouth. Hairstyles that worked beautifully in our 20s or 30s don't always work the same magic decades later because the canvas has changed. If you've ever tried wearing the exact same cut you loved years ago and found yourself disappointed, this is why. But here's the uplifting news. The right cut, tailored for your current features, doesn't just adapt to those changes, it actually enhances them. Let's take the youthful bob, for example. This is one of the most powerful age-defying hairstyles out there. A bob is classic, elegant, and endlessly versatile. But what makes it special for women over 50 is its ability to frame the face in a way that naturally lifts. When cut at just the right length, grazing the jawline or slightly below, the bob creates a clean line that sharpens and defines your features. Add in some soft layers, and suddenly you have volume and movement, which prevents the dreaded flat helmet look that can make hair appear lifeless. Imagine standing in front of a mirror, brushing through a blunt, heavy cut that makes your face look weighed down. Now picture the same you, same smile, same outfit, but your hair is in a layered bob that falls effortlessly around your face, catching the light, giving your cheekbones definition, and instantly making your entire presence look vibrant. That difference is not imaginary. It's the subtle art of design meeting biology. There is also a psychological power in seeing yourself with a refreshed hairstyle. Women who have switched to a youthful bob often say things like, "I finally see myself again," or "I look more like how I feel inside." That's the magic of alignment. You're not pretending to be younger. You're simply choosing a look that highlights your best self. And here's another secret. Bobs are not one size fits all. You can customize them endlessly. Angled bobs that elongate the neck, asymmetrical bobs that give a modern edge, or soft chin-length bobs with side-swept bangs that soften the face. The flexibility means that no matter your face shape or hair texture, there's a bob that will work for you. But the real transformation doesn't just happen with the cut. It's also about color and shine. Think of hair as the frame around a beautiful painting. If the frame is dull, chipped, or too heavy, the painting inside doesn't stand out. But if the frame is polished, balanced, and modern, the artwork shines. In the same way, hair color and condition play a huge role in how youthful a bob looks. Adding gentle highlights or lowlights can create dimension that mimics natural fullness. Even embracing silver strands with a chic bob, when done intentionally, makes the look powerful and elegant rather than tired. So, as we step into this journey of discovering the hairstyles that truly defy age, the bob stands proudly as the first. It is not a trend that comes and goes, but a timeless choice that women across decades have turned to when they wanted to refresh their appearance. From iconic actresses to everyday women walking into their local salons, the bob remains the ultimate age-defying cut. And perhaps the most encouraging thing about it is this: the transformation is instant. You don't have to wait weeks or months. The very moment you leave the salon chair, you carry yourself differently, smile more confidently, and feel the shift. This is the secret that so many women overlook. Youthfulness isn't only about chasing the impossible dream of turning back time. It's about choosing the tools that make your present self shine. And hairstyle is one of the simplest, most accessible, and most powerful tools you have. In the next section, we'll explore another hairstyle that holds the same magic, one that brings softness, energy, and life to your look, the gentle, layered waves. But before we step into that, pause for a moment and imagine yourself with a bob tailored just for you. Picture how the light would hit the layers, how your face would look sharper, your eyes brighter, and your spirit more aligned. That's the gift of the first style, and it's only the beginning. If the bob is all about definition and instant sharpness, then the next age-defying hairstyle is about softness, movement, and vitality. Because as we grow older, one of the biggest complaints women share is that their hair feels thinner, weaker, or flatter than it used to. And when hair falls flat against the face, it does something cruel. It accentuates the very things we wish it didn't: fine lines, tired eyes, and softened jawlines. This is where layered waves step in, almost like a fountain of youth, adding energy and texture that revives the entire face. Think of layered waves as nature's way of saying, let's bring back the sparkle. Unlike rigid curls or poker straight locks, waves create a gentle flowing rhythm around the face. They catch the light, create dimension, and soften angles in a way that immediately makes the skin look brighter and the eyes more open. The beauty of this hairstyle is that it doesn't require a drastic cut. It works on medium to long hair, and it's more about shaping than chopping. Imagine standing in front of a mirror with hair that falls straight down, lifeless and dull. Now, add in a few layers and soft waves, and suddenly the hair moves when you move. It bounces, it frames, and it adds a kind of effortless youth that no cream or powder could ever achieve. For women over 50, layered waves also work wonders because they mask thinning. Hair naturally loses density with age, but when styled with layers, it gives the illusion of volume. Each wave acts like a soft veil, filling in where hair might look sparse and creating fullness where there used to be flatness. This is why so many women who switch to layered waves say they feel instantly revitalized. It's not just a change in hairstyle. It's a change in energy. People notice it too. Friends and family often can't quite pinpoint what's different, but they'll say things like, "You look so refreshed," or "Did you do something new?" The truth is, the change is subtle yet powerful. But waves alone are not enough. The real key is layering. Layers prevent hair from clumping into one heavy curtain that drags the face downward. Instead, they add movement in all the right places, around the cheekbones, near the jawline, or brushing against the collarbone. For many women, layers give back the face-framing lift that once came naturally in their younger years. It's almost like sculpting with hair. Even simple shoulder-length cuts, when given the right layering and styled with waves, can transform into something radiant. This brings us to the third hairstyle in our journey, the shoulder-length cut with side bangs. Now, this might sound deceptively simple, but it holds some of the most powerful anti-aging magic of all. Bangs have always been associated with youth. Think back to children and teenagers. Their hair often falls forward, playful and full of motion. As we age, we tend to push hair back, away from the face, exposing everything the years have written across our foreheads. That openness, while bold, can sometimes feel harsh. Side bangs bring back that element of softness and cover just enough to make a dramatic difference. The brilliance of side bangs lies in their subtlety. They don't require the full commitment of blunt bangs, which can feel heavy and overwhelming. Instead, they gently sweep across the forehead, creating a diagonal line that draws the eye naturally toward your eyes, away from fine lines above the brows. They also create balance, especially when paired with a shoulder-length cut. Too long, and hair risks pulling the face downward. Too short, and it can feel severe. Shoulder length is the golden middle ground. It keeps enough length to style playfully, whether with waves, curls, or sleek straight looks, but it doesn't weigh you down. Picture this. A woman with long one-length hair, heavy and flat, walks into a salon. She leaves with a shoulder-length cut, light layering, and side bangs that graze just above her brows. Suddenly, her eyes sparkle brighter, her jawline looks more defined, and the fine lines on her forehead are softened, hidden beneath a graceful sweep of hair. That's not just a haircut, that's a confidence reset. This style also adapts beautifully to all kinds of face shapes. For round faces, side bangs elongate the appearance. For square or angular faces, they soften harsh lines. For longer faces, they create balance. It's like a universal tailoring tool, a little adjustment that makes everything fall into place. And the best part? Side bangs grow out gracefully, so you're not stuck in the endless upkeep cycle that blunt bangs demand. They blend easily, meaning you can enjoy the youthful effect without constant trims or styling stress. The combination of shoulder length and side bangs is also incredibly versatile. Want something casual? Let it air dry into natural waves. Want something polished? Smooth it down for a sleek evening look. It's this adaptability that makes it so ageless. You're not trapped in one specific style, but free to reinvent yourself every day. By now, you can probably see the thread running through these hairstyles. They aren't just about chasing trends. They are timeless strategies to create lift, volume, softness, and balance, all the qualities that signal youth and vitality. Whether it's the playful bounce of layered waves or the framing magic of side bangs, each cut is designed with one simple principle: to harmonize with the natural changes of aging, not fight against them. And in the next part, we'll explore two more bold choices, one that radiates confidence and lifts the entire face with elegance, and another that shows how long hair, when done correctly, can still look stunning and youthful well into your 50s and beyond. These final two styles prove that age doesn't limit beauty. It simply changes the way we highlight it. There is something powerful about a hairstyle that doesn't just flatter your face, but also makes a statement about who you are. By the time women reach their 50s and 60s, many feel they should play it safe with their look, as though daring choices are only for the young. But the truth is, confidence has no age, and one of the most striking examples of this truth is the elegant pixie cut. The pixie has always been seen as bold, almost rebellious. It requires a certain kind of courage because it exposes rather than hides. But here's the twist. For women over 50, that exposure is not a weakness, it's a strength. A well-tailored pixie instantly lifts the face, sharpens the jawline, and highlights the eyes. Instead of dragging hair down with weight or length, the pixie removes all that heaviness, allowing your natural beauty to shine. And when you pair it with soft layers or side-swept bangs within the pixie itself, it avoids harshness and instead creates softness and elegance. Think of actresses and public figures who embrace the pixie later in life. Their confidence radiates because the cut itself is unapologetic. It says, "I don't need to hide behind my hair, I am enough." For women struggling with thinning hair, the pixie can also be a blessing. Rather than trying to force thin hair into longer styles that emphasize what's missing, a pixie celebrates the texture you do have, making it appear fuller, fresher, and intentional. This is why so many women who finally take the leap into a pixie say it feels liberating, as if they've shed not only years, but also layers of hesitation. Another aspect of the pixie that makes it so timeless is its adaptability. It can be edgy and modern with sharp angles, soft and feminine with tousled layers, or sleek and classic with smooth styling. Each variation tells a slightly different story, but all share the same youthful energy. The pixie is proof that sometimes less really is more. And when paired with the right highlights, silver, platinum, honey tones, or even bold streaks, the effect is dazzling. Rather than fighting gray hair, the pixie allows it to shine as part of a bold, stylish identity. But not everyone is ready to go short. Many women love the feeling of long hair, the way it flows and frames the shoulders. The good news is, long hair can still look incredibly youthful when done correctly. The key is in the layers and the light. A single-length long cut that drags straight down will inevitably pull the face down with it, making features appear more tired. But when long hair is given subtle layering, especially around the face, it transforms. Layers add softness, reduce heaviness, and allow the hair to move with you rather than against you. Highlights also play a crucial role here. Strategically placed lighter tones near the face act almost like a natural spotlight, brightening skin tone, making eyes pop, and softening fine lines. This technique, often called face-framing highlights, is a secret weapon for women who want to keep their length, but also want to maintain a vibrant, youthful glow. Imagine long hair that catches the sunlight in golden or silver strands, bouncing with life instead of hanging flat and dull. That is the power of long layers with highlights. They take something classic and turn it into something ageless. It's important to also discuss what not to do, because avoiding certain mistakes is just as powerful as choosing the right cut. Heavy, blunt cuts with no movement often make the face look harsh and older. Overly short, boxy cuts can create a helmet effect that feels outdated rather than fresh. And extremely tight styles, like slicked-back buns or ponytails, may seem elegant but can unintentionally highlight wrinkles and sagging skin instead of concealing them. The goal is not to create severity but softness, lift, and light. Every hairstyle we've explored so far, the youthful bob, the layered waves, the shoulder-length cut with side bangs, the elegant pixie, and the long layers with highlights, has one thing in common. They are not about pretending to be 20 again. They are about aligning your outer appearance with the energy you still carry within. They are about choosing styles that work with the natural changes of age, enhancing your beauty instead of fighting against it. And when you get it right, the effect is immediate. You don't just look younger. You feel younger because you're finally seeing in the mirror what you know to be true inside, that you are vibrant, alive, and still full of possibility. So, as you consider your next hairstyle, think of it not as a cosmetic choice, but as an act of self-expression. Ask yourself, does this cut drag me down, or does it lift me up? Does it make me feel hidden, or does it make me feel seen? The answer to those questions will guide you more than any fleeting trend ever could. And if you've been holding back, waiting for the right time to try something new, whether it's the confidence of a pixie, the softness of layered waves, or the elegance of a shoulder-length cut with side bangs, let this be your sign. Now is the time. Because the truth is, age is not something to hide from. It is something to honor, something to wear proudly. And with the right hairstyle, you don't erase the years, you illuminate them. You show the world not just how old you are, but how fully you've lived, and how beautifully you continue to live today. That is the real secret of looking younger. Not in fighting against time, but in choosing styles, habits, and attitudes that let your timeless spirit shine through every strand of hair.